Hey, everybody, it's Tracy. It's still Monday, it's still cold. I was going to do another video. I've decided to do it in here, in front of this raging fake fire, and drinking this lukewarm cup of coffee. Delicious. Okay, so I thought I would do a quick video because someone had asked a question about recall. And I have a feeling that they were not asking about the fundamentals of recall. I don't think they were actually asking me, how do I teach my dog to come when it's called? Because there are lots of videos out there that teach you that. There's lots of books, and you can pick your own methodology and something that works for you. I believe that the actual question was more about the reliability of recall. How do I get my dog to come when he's called? I know he knows what come means. He's just not coming when he's called. So that's what I want to talk about today a little bit. So first of all, I want to talk about what it is that motivates a dog to do anything. All right. There's usually two things. One, they're going towards something that they like, or they're avoiding something they don't like. That's basically it. Right? And that's true for all of our behavior. You're either going to something you like or you're trying to avoid something you don't like. So let's talk about this side here, right? Getting something that you like. How do you get your dog to come when you're called? Well, lots of people will say you have to have a treat or their toy or food or something that they want. Now, I like to believe that my dogs, for them, their reward should be me. Now, you can use food and you can use treats, and we'll talk about the Nothing in Life for Free program and utilizing food in a different way and getting your dogs to work for their food and changing their relationship with food and you and all of that stuff. And that's a whole different video with a much bigger fire. But instead, I want you to think about just your relationship, because recall to me is a long-term relationship goal, okay? We have short-term relationships stuff, right? Like sit is a short-term relationship goal. You can teach it pretty quickly. It's transferable to pretty much anybody. Anybody can come up to your dog and be sit, and they usually sit. But recall is a long-term relationship goal. What do I mean by that? Is that it's going to take a little bit longer. It takes more commitment on your part, and it's not quite as transferable as, say, the sit. Right? You have to work on that relationship. Because again, keep in mind, what are the two things that are going to motivate your dog to come to you? Something that they want, something they want to avoid. That's it. Right? So you need to work on your relationship so that they understand that you're something that they want. Right? And you can do that numerous ways. Again, you can use their food, you can use a toy. As I say, for me, I'd rather it be me. It's an ego thing. I think that they should want to be with me because I'm pretty awesome. I mean, I think I'm awesome. Why wouldn't they want to be with me? I have my kids like me. I have friends that like me. My husband likes me today. So why wouldn't my dog like me? But you have to think of it in the terms of the dog. Okay? Does the dog want to come to you? And why would he want to come to you? Are you more fun than, say, the dog across the street that he'd rather go play with? Are you more fun than chasing the squirrel or the cat that's across the street? Are you actually more fun than that? Are you more intriguing than that distraction over there? Now, a lot of cases, the answer to that, sadly, is going to be no. I know, it's hard. It's hard to take that. I think I should be. I mean, you're probably saying, Tracy, what are you talking about? I give my dog love and affection and cookies and treats and beds and toys and everything, and I snuggle them tight. And why? Why would they not choose me over the squirrel? I don't know. They're dogs. I mean, I would choose you. I think you're pretty cool. But the point is, we're not talking about me. We're talking about your dog. So, unfortunately, you may not be. That treat may not be. That toy may not be as intriguing as whatever is across the street. I'm sorry to be the one to have to break that to you. So what does that mean? Ooh, that means we're left with this side over here. Now, I know. Please don't send me hate mail about this side, but it does exist. The consequence side. There has to be a consequence for not doing what you ask them to do. I know, I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it too. But it's true. It's out there. You know it deep down. You know it. There has to be a consequence. I mean, why do you not speed around in your car all the time? Because there's a consequence. You'll get a ticket. You might lose your license. I mean, there has to be consequences in life, and your dog has to understand those consequences. Now, those consequences don't have to be horrible. I'm not talking about abusing your dog or hitting your dog or anything like that, to be honest with you. And what I will mention is this. I do not practice this relationship building stuff and this understanding of consequences out in the park. I don't save it for that. I do this every day. Every day, every moment is a training moment. So every day I am working on that relationship with my dog and that idea of consequence. And that idea comes from anything. I'm in the house, I'm sitting on the couch, my dog comes over, he goes to grab my slipper on the floor and I say, don't. And he grabs it anyway, I will get up off the couch and I will take that from him. If I call my dog to me, my dog runs upstairs and I'm like, come, and they do not come, oh, I will come upstairs and I will get you and send you back downstairs. And that happens every single time. So my dogs know this. If I call you and you do not come when you're called, know that I will hunt you down. And it will not end well for you. Now, I know that sounds scary. People are like, what are you doing when you get to the dog, Tracy? I don't understand. Lots of times, I don't have to do anything when I get to the dog. They already know because I'm now upset and I'm pointing and I've got my mother-in-law look and I'm going, get downstairs. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. They already know. If I have to come and get you, you in trouble. You in trouble. I mean, my kids know that too. Don't make me come upstairs. Right? So don't make me come and get you. So know that because I practice that every single day, that in those moments when I'm out in the play yard and my dogs, let's say, are playing a little bit too rough and I need them to get off that dog and they're in a high drive, high play moment and I say, hey, blah, 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 come, right? That they know that if they do not shut that off, turn around and motor back to me, that I will come and get you. And if I come and get you, that will be bad. So that's where I get my good reliability of recall. Lots of times they'll just come because they want to. They want to come with me. But in those moments when that distraction is really, really high, those dogs are not coming because I'm waving a piece of chicken. I'll tell you that right now. They're not coming because I'm waving a piece of steak or anything else or their favorite toy. That is not what is going to motivate them in that moment. In that moment, when they're saying, dog across the street looks better, smells better than my mom, I'm going to go over there. Ooh, but if I go over there, my mom's going to come and get me, and that's going to be bad, right? So, consequence, reward. Unfortunately, you have to have both, my friends. And you can hate me as much as you want, but that is the reality. That is the truth. I speak the truth. So, relationship, you got to work on it all the time. It's a long-term relationship goal. If you're not there yet, if you're not there with your dog yet, then you just need to practice more at home with everything else that you do. Making them wait for their food, making them come when they're called, all the little stuff that you can do in the house where you can control it. You practice, and then when you're out in the real world and there's real world distractions out there, they're going to have a little bit more respect for you. Now, all of that being said, and I'm going to put this out here as my final thought. There is no way for you to predict absolute 100% recall unless you have a training tool like an e-collar. That is the bottom line. The e-collar is literally a leash. It's an invisible leash. It's an invisible connection to your dog. And that is realistically the only way to get 100% reliability on recall. But the relationship stuff still need to work on. If you're just relying on your e-collar, you're not getting the most out of your relationship. All right, so there you go. That is my thought topic on recall and reliability on recall. If you have any questions, you can message me or question below. But otherwise, I got to get back at it. I got to go back out. It's cold. It's so cold. Anyway, I hope this helps some of you. And I hope you all have a great day. And I will talk to you all later. I'm going to come in for an extreme close-up because I have to turn this video off. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I love you all and cheers.